Hi, this is Melanie May for SCTV. We're outside the Cannery in Southbridge, Massachusetts. And for those of you who have been here, you know it's a great music place. And for those of you who haven't been here, just you wait.
The Cannery is an acoustically sound music hall right here in Southbridge. We host live acts, tribute acts, all sorts of bands regionally touring. So most of the stuff we're doing is recognizable tributes that a mature audience will appreciate.
The room was engineered and designed for live sound. That's what it was created for, live music. Here, it's all about the band. We have band stage, full PA. Band walks in, they don't have to bring anything but their equipment, their backline, drums, and they plug right in and play to a fully equipped PA system, fully digital PA system, and a light show. And they don't have to pay for any of that.
Music is very, very uplifting, and this room has an amazing positive energy in it.
We played at the Cannery last August. I can't say enough great things about it. The staff is amazing, the environment is very inviting, and the vibe is just great, and the patrons are fantastic.
All right, might as well, I'll take your vocal while you're right there. Hey. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Got it? Check 1 2, check. Keys, Jeff. Split the difference on what you turned it down.
All of the bands, no matter whether they're big, small or indifferent, when they come here they praise the sound of the Cannery. Initially we had Bill Ryan, who was the sound man from Boston, and Lionel Richie. Bill Ryan travelled the world with Lionel Richie doing his sound, and he came and he was invaluable in his help for making the sound as good as it is.
Not only has Gabriel McCarthy enlisted the help of well-known and talented technicians to help create a beautiful acoustically sound room, but he has also brought inspirational ideas from Europe.
The Cannery is a sort of a copy of a black box theatre in Ennis in Ireland. You have a very good sound that can be adapted for all sorts of use. My idea for that was to have something that could be used here in the town. Be used for all different things. Micah Ellis and John Normandin decided that they would like to open it again with a different view of music, cover bands and then reaching for some better known bands throughout the country. which has worked to date. And Micah is working tirelessly to expand that profile.
Charlie Farren is one of our favorites. We've developed a great relationship with him. He's comes in and does some supporting acts for us when we need them. Mike Girard's Big Swinging Thing is a twist on cover music that they've heard. They add their full horn section, which is absolutely spectacular. When you hear, you know, a AC/DC song with 11 horns added to it, it just changes the dynamic of the whole music. It changes the dynamic of the room, and it really adds some big sound to it.
All right, thank you for speaking with us. Can you just tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the Cannery so far?
Oh, the Cannery, it's a great club. We've been here before. We're glad that the Big Swinging Thing is here tonight, and the Fools will be here as well, my other band in May. And, you know, this is the kind of place that's keeping not only local music, but national acts alive, and it's great. It's great.
Can you tell us how you got started with the Fools and just how that became?
Oh, good Lord. Well, I don't want to get a real job. And what do you do when you don't want to get a real job? You start a band. So that's what I did. And it was 1948. Well, maybe not that long ago. But it was just a great way. I was very shy as a kid, and it was a great way to get to talk to women. So, like now, kind of.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Thank you. Can you just tell us about the band right now? And
Big Swinging Thing is a 20-piece band. Yeah, it's a lot of people to pay, so I hope you come. 20-piece band, 13 horn players, keyboard player, drums, bass, guitar, and 2 incredible backup singers, Denise and Allie, and me.
can you tell us about your thoughts on the Cannery so far?
Well, I love this place. They do a terrific job with the lighting. It sounds fantastic here, and I'd love to perform. And any chance I get to perform, I say yes.
So you had a great career, and you played Joe Perry Project. And can you tell us a little bit about that and how you got started with them?
Well, I auditioned for that band when Joe left Aerosmith. I was thrilled to have gotten the gig. We toured all over North America with bands like Rush, Ozzy Osbourne, ZZ Top, Alice Cooper, so many more. And it was a terrific, we did a record on Columbia, and it was a terrific experience for a couple of years. Then I formed FARRENHEIT, and we toured with Boston in '87 and toured around America for, till the end of the decade. Then when we started to have children, and I tell this story on stage, I knew that rock and roll wasn't the right thing for a family. So I took a job at Digital Equipment Corporation, still playing on the weekends, but not touring anymore. Small job, and I worked my way up to a big job. And Compaq bought us, it was a bigger job. And then HP bought us, and it was a global business development job. And I was able to retire 7 years ago, back full-time into music. So I'm working on a new record. It's going to be called Charlie Farren, Guitar and Voice, and it's going to feature a single guitar and a single voice, vocal. And I'm really proud of the songs. So what you see tonight, I'll be doing some of the new songs tonight, plus some of my hits.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
The Dark Horse is an American pub cuisine. We're concentrating on craft beer and craft burgers. We've introduced prime rib. We've got some fantastic ribs. So all of the food is really good. It's a comfortable environment. Seats about 50 people at a time. So on Cannery nights, it does get a little bit hectic and busy in there. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, it's a lot of fun. It's very comfortable. And a lot of the local people in the community come and support the tavern on those nights.
In addition to the Cannery, it's a destination for many other things. Like, for example, in this room here, this is going to be our new gallery. Take a look out the window. You've got all the scenes on the Quinnebog, another beautiful part of Southbridge. This, for example, in here, these are all parts of the American Optical Museum. This is our new bar here, and once again, everything is tied in. These old cases came from the AO when they were dismantling. So here we've got some new lights and whatever else, and we're expanding with a new counter shortly.
Very fun.
We can't forget, in this section is Guaguanco, a restaurant, which is a form of dance in Cuba and Puerto Rico. And they have a very fine Cuban cuisine. It's doing very well. And here we have a metaphor in wood by John Ferrara. These are the old pipe organs from the town of North Dana, which was flooded to make the Quabbin Reservoir.
So what are your future thoughts for this area?
Well, this room is the eating area for Bongo's Bar. But we're going to expand the gallery into this room, so we have an exhibition every couple of months to start with, of local artists in New England. Hopefully we'll introduce graphic art. These are images of John Ferrara's Birds Out the Back at various stages. This is when we were building up rust on them, and then we'd lacquered it and whatever. And this has been admired by many people, and some others were wondering what were we doing with the pieces of scrap on the outside of the building. But I think it's beautiful. I love them.
Very beautiful.
You know, the world is our oyster if we can get it working. We're going to obviously work with all of the local artists here in Southbridge. Well, here we are in the Cannery, which when I walked in here, first of all, I thought this was an amazing space. The reason it is the Cannery is because this is where the cans of dog food were stored. They were stored here, and there was an elevator going upstairs, and they were stored upstairs where the AO Museum is. It reminded me of my youth on a visit to Munich one time when I saw the Little River Band, Bob Marley and Fleetwood Mac in concert in a much bigger space like this, but the sound was phenomenal, and I thought to myself, here it is, we've an opportunity to do something here in Southbridge, and we made this with Bill Ryan doing the sound in the walls. As you see, there's the artwork that John Ferrara has done on the wall, which is part of the sound. And all the other thing, this is what we have. We have this musical hall now. We have bands from all over the United States here, coming here. We have people coming from Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. They seem to love the place.
Gabriel McCarthy had this vision. He wanted to bring this to the community. He wanted to bring an arts complex to the community, and he worked really hard to do that. Takes a lot of effort and a lot of work, and he's allowed us, the crew in here, the opportunity to facilitate his vision. So the team in this room each has a very distinct and unique role. It will not operate without any of the pieces moving. We all have to move together and cooperate in order to make a successful night. But at the end of the day, I think we have fulfilled Gabriel's vision, and we appreciate the opportunity to have been able to provide that for him.
Right now, I have, honestly, the rest of 2018 is completely booked. 12 Crane Street with the Dark Horse and the Cannery Music Hall is essentially a destination for a nighttime entertainment.
I am so happy to be part of this. I'm so proud to be associated with John and Micah and all the others who made this vision come true.
Thank you so much for talking to us, the visionary of 12 Crane Street and the Cannery, Gabriel McCarthy. Do yourself a favor and come out to the Cannery.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.